Watching it from afar, you start to notice that, well, a lot of these things aren't true. That you hear repeatedly on television, on the internet, in newspaper articles.
That's what to me is so interesting about life, is it's hard to create something that's actually more engaging than the facts.
Well, I think most people are smart enough to know that if you're looking for facts, you don't go to a movie theater.
Michael Butterfield is a freelance artist and writer who has followed the Zodiac case since 1983 and conducted extensive research since 1991. As a recognized expert on the unsolved crimes, he has served as a media source and consultant for news articles, television documentaries, feature films, including Paramount Pictures' new film by director David Fincher, Zodiac, and has appeared on episodes of Cold Case Files and on the A&E network and Case Reopened for the Learning Channel. Michael is completing work on what will be the first thoroughly researched and accurate account of this case.
Michael Butterfield.
So you saw the movie with a woman set in prison, his name was Lee. Do you think the woman lied or nothing sort of spectacular?
Well, you need to remember one thing, that movie is highly fictionalized.
Man, you really creeped us out.
The film Zodiac begins with the murder of waitress, wife, and mother, Darlene Ferrin. Speculation regarding the reasons for her death led to rumors that she had known the Zodiac and was murdered before she could reveal the killer's true identity.
The murder of the woman who knew too much.
Darlene's friend Mike survived the shooting. Mike became a controversial witness, and the life and death of Darlene Ferrin became the stuff of popular myth.
Who killed Darlene Ferrin? Our theory is that the answer to that one single question could be the key that unlocks the entire mystery of the Zodiac.
Our investigations show that for more than 20 years, Bay Area police have looked in the wrong place while pursuing the wrong theory.
There was evidently occult involvement in the case.
The night before her death, she made a cryptic comment, predicting that something big was about to happen in the small town of Vallejo.
She told her mother, "You're going to read about me in the papers tomorrow." And it never was really determined what she meant by that. It could have been a premonition.
Item: 90 minutes before she was shot, Darlene argued with an unidentified man outside Terry's restaurant. Item: returning home, Darlene's babysitter told her an older man had been phoning her all evening. Item: Darlene rushed to Mike Majot's home from where the pair was followed to the murder scene.
Darlene had to have been lured into that parking lot the way that she was found. The driver's license in her hand, the ignition of the car still going, the headlights still going. But the car had died. She was deliberate. She was the key to this whole thing. She gave him that name, Zodiac.
Darlene's sister became the star witness.
Pam says her sister's senseless slaughter is something she'll never forget.
I've gotten cryptograms, letters, bullets, coffins, you name it. Someone has tried to keep the story alive through me to see how much I know.
This is Pam Huckabee. Her sister was killed by someone known as the San Francisco Zodiac. And now Pam fears for her own life. Pam, describe the bizarre events that led up to your sister's death.
Well, the night that she was killed, she had come over to the house, my mom and dad's house, and I was there with the little baby. He was only 10 days old. She had told my mom that to remember that killing I told you about a few years ago? Well, it's going to be in the paper tomorrow, so don't be surprised. With that in mind, I looked at Darlene and I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Never mind, Pam, you get home with that baby. You shouldn't be out." So my dad comes walking in the room and he says, "Darlene, are you scaring Mom with those horror stories again? You get out of here and get home." So with that, she leaves. She doesn't tell her story because she ends up dead at approximately 10 after 12.
But we found out that this was a premonition.
I
that
believe
she was going to die based on the fact that someone had been stalking her.
I believe that the man that killed her is the man that killed Sherry Jo Bates also, which is the stabbing that she's seen. She's seen him her get killed.
So that's why he was stalking her?
Right. She knew Sherry Jo.
why, if she thought this was a man following her, why didn't she go to the police? Again, I
Because
ask
she
you this.
probably either seen it or she knew about it, and he was either doing something to keep her occupied not to tell, or she was either afraid. And when it got down to when he killed Betty Lou, which was the girl that Darlene used to babysit for, and her parents say no, but I believe that she did. She knew Betty Lou. Then he kills Betty Lou. Then he kills the other two. Then he becomes the Zodiac.
Let's switch 17 years later. Something happens to you. What has happened to you?
I get a 187 TR with a 0 and a line through it on my apartment door.
What's that mean?
Well, I found out later it means murder in progress. What the TR and the 0 with the line, I have no idea. And it progressed throughout the 3 years. I got cryptograms, I got notes, I got someone coming to my front door at the top of the door leaving Zodiac signs. I got someone coming to my front lawn and putting a cross in the middle of it and going to catch it on fire. Got a coffin delivered to my door. I got knocked out day before yesterday.
Have you gone to the police?
Yes, I have.
What do they say?
They said that I was either working with the movie company or producer, or that somebody was helping keeping this story alive through me. So that's why somebody was doing all these things to me.
The police do not believe you?
Absolutely not.
Do they believe you now?
No.
They do not believe that anyone put that on your door?
No.
They do not believe you had a coffin delivered?
No.
Where's the coffin?
The coffin disappeared.
They say, what do they say about you?
They say that either a producer's doing it to me, or my husband's doing it to me, or my children, or my brothers and sisters, or somebody to keep the story alive through me.
What's happening
here?
Because
I can identify them.
Graysmith seemed to distance himself from Pam, despite the fact that she had served as the major source for many of the stories in his book.
I remember a few years ago, Pam told me that someone had broken into her house and burned the faces off the family photos. That may have happened. I don't know about the rest of it.
Could she be hysterical or imagining this because of what happened to her sister?
If that's the case, I wouldn't blame it. I can see the terror that runs through this case over the years.
Who do you think this is that is threatening you?
I think it's someone just trying to see if I can identify the man that I believe that killed Darlene, that I got to see on 8 different occasions.
So you don't think it's the Zodiac killer?
I believe maybe the last thing that happened to me could have been him.
20 years later, you think this person is still around and that he may be doing it to you?
I believe a few of them he has. I believe the last thing that he did by coming into my house and knocking me out 3 days before I'm to go on to the show, and to steal all the stuff that I had in an envelope to send to your show. I believe he had something to do with that, if not him. I was knocked out. The last thing I remember saying was, "Oh my God," and I don't remember anything after that.